Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with week 8 of the WBE, and this time we're taking on my boy Fruitberries. Now, Fruitberries is actually a really good Minecraft PvP player. I've had the pleasure of playing with him on teams for a few charity events, so awesome dude. Honestly, an awesome dude. I know he's been going through a lot these past few days with like PayPal chargebacks and stuff like that, so yeah, great person, and I'm excited to play because, I mean, he is on another level when it comes to like MC PvP, and then it's cool to be able to play Pokemon with somebody. So it's cool to see, like, you know, we have like VGC people playing singles, and then we have like people that don't even play this game playing this game. Not that he doesn't play this game, he does play this game, but yeah. But yeah, so if you guys are excited about the NY Dreepys and their 8th battle of the WBE, get predicted, Orbito. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like, let me know. We're on our way. We're 6-1 right now. If you guys missed any of the previous battles, there is a playlist down below. And yeah, feel free to sub. Like I said, we're on our way to 251,000. So I will see you guys in the battle. All right. So my boy Fruitberries has a pretty slow team, but he has Pokemon that are very, very hard to switch into, like Alolan Marowak and Hitmontop, as well as Haxorus. Well, Hitmontop, not as much, but even though with triple Axel, it is a threat, don't sleep. But he has Haxorus, Golisopod, and Alolan Marowak, all of which are giant threats. On top of that, Clefable can do whatever the hell it wants. It can be a Calm Mind, it can be Life Orb, it can be Unaware. Though Unaware isn't as good versus me, it could be like a Berry or something to try and check Excadrill. But my Ice Cream is very, very strong versus his team, whether it's attacking or even just setting up Veil. So speaking of which, we start off with my Ice Cream Cone. Big shout out to Gator as well for the help. But I have Taunt to help me deal with Clefable. I can either Veil up, which I have the Light Clay for, or just Blizzard if I'm in a a good position anyway. Like either way, Ice Cream is just really strong versus Pokemon like Vileplume, Xatu, Rhydon. Like in that certain scenario, even 1v1 in Clef potentially. Max Special Attack, Blizzard from my Vanillix does basically 97 to 116% to max HP of Violet Rhydon, and lives any hit from non-boosting out of Haxorus except close combat or a max roll Outrage. Outrage though, I'd be able to go out to my Sylveon after to do some damage. So next up we're bringing Kangaskhan right back, and it has good consistent damage. We have the Silk Scarf to boost my Fake Out and my Double Edge. Scrappy is really cool here because not only does it let me hit Marowak with my normal type attacks, but it also allows me to avoid Intimidate from Hitmontop. Max attack, Double Edge versus max defense, max HP Hitmontop does 52 to 61%, so we're doing really strong damage with that to a KO. I do 50 to 60% to max HP Rhydon as well with Violet with my Aqua Tail, and of course I do 47 to 56% to physically defensive Clefable. So I have a 28% chance to a KO. Isn't the strongest, but I mean if I get it up on switching, even better for me. And then we have Earthquake as well, which is a consistent damage versus Marowak that doesn't allow me to either miss or lose HP. And it also is an OHKO on Magnezone. We're bringing back my Slowbro with no item this week, as again, basically it's my primary mon to come in on his physical attackers, whether it be Pokemon that hurt me hard like Marowak or Golisopod, or Haxorus, which also hurts me hard. I have Scald, Ice Beam, Slack Off, and Teleport, physically defensive. Again, no item, that way Poltergeist can't come out from Marowak. However, Shadow Bone still hurts, but it does not knock me out. I basically try and teleport. Like it's whenever I bring this mon, you know what it does. It comes in, it teleports out. I bring in strong Pokemon after that. SD Haxorus can definitely overpower me since Ice Beam doesn't KO. Because Ice Beam does 59 to 71%, but that's okay because I have priority to be able to deal with that via like Fake Out and whatnot, and potentially Hail as well, or Sand Chip. My Sylveon has a phenomenal time versus my opponent, especially with the Aurora Veil up. Now I do have a Cabia Berry. Now that doesn't matter if the Haxorus runs a Nerve. Obviously my berry wouldn't work, but that would be still fine if I have the if I have Veil up anyway. But I speed type, max neutral Clefable and Magnezone, and I do think that like Magnezone will probably run like some Air Balloon Body Press, maybe Magnet Rise type thing to deal with my Excadrill, which is actually a really good set versus me in general. Magnezone is a giant threat, so this is good versus that because I can do some Mystical Fire type things. I take Poison Jab from Haxorus. I can take Basically, you can get at +1, it can get multiple KOs, being really hard to take down. Obviously, I have the +1 Mystical Fire, does like 95 to 113% to 0 bulk Magnezone, max HP. Alola Marowak takes 95 to 113% +1 Shadow Ball, and then +1 Pixelate boosted Hyper Voice does 93 to 110% to max HP. Right on. So all in all, this mon does a ton of damage under Veil and after a Calm Mind. And then we have Sand Force Extra Drill, because we're bringing Sand Force this time instead of Sand Rush. Sand Rush allows me to outspeed Axorus, I guess max speed Xatu, but that's about it. Whereas Sand Force just lets me do some stupid damage versus my opponent, man. And then because I do have my... the cool thing about this is that, like, he has a Ditto, but Slowbro is good at checking my physical attackers like Kangaskhan and Excadrill, even if he copies it. And if he copies my Vanillix, then I have Gigalith to be able to deal with that. But we have Sand Force, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Iron Head, and Rock Slide. We're basically always attacking with this Pokemon. It's a good Clefable check and a great wall breaker. Spin is basically there for the speed boost, because Glide Spot with Spike can be very annoying if he gets that in on my Slowbro. And Rock Slide in Sand Force, max attack to max HP. Glide Spot does 52 to 62%, which is great because I activate Emergency Exit. It gets on out of there. Earthquake does 40 to 48% to max defense, him on top after Intimidate. And even max HP Rhydon is 2-hit KO'd easily, taking 67 to 80% from Sand Force Extra. And of course, we're bringing the Sand Force. We gotta bring the Sand. Same Gigalith as last week. This is my Stealth Rocket. Stealth Rocker that can take advantage of his Xatu because it threatens it with the Rock Blast. I also have Curse to boost up. After +1, I don't even take half from a max attack liquidation from Gliscopod. It can help me 1v1 a lot of them as well, a lot of his physical threats. Thick Club of Marowak Poltergeist does 47 to 56% as well, just unboosted. So like it's good damage, but I can take it as well. And then Close Combat from him on top, if I'm +1 defense, does only 28 to 34, so I can beat that 1v1 via Curse and Body Press. So the Sand for me, it gives me a nice little check to, can even beat Clefable and Xatu and stuff like that in the right scenarios. And yeah, so that's my squad for today. Let us get right into the battle. Alright guys, so we gotta play on Showdown because the Wi-Fi stuff I don't believe works with Fruitberries for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but I know there's always a lot of issues. So he's also going through a lot right now. It's like some PayPal chargebacks, which is such a big headache, man. Like legit, it's so annoying. Now we don't see. Wow, I'm actually very surprised. We don't see Haxorus, so I'm actually a little bit relieved. Sylveon looks incredible with Hyper Voice, Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball. Like, have fun, bro. It looks incredible with Hyper Voice, Mystical Fire, and Shadow Ball. Love Kangaskhan's Fake Out here. I think Fake Out is very strong too, especially with Inner Focus, or Scrappy rather. So I don't have to worry about being like stopped by Intimidate or anything like that. And I can kind of just play around him on top via my Slowbro. And if he wants to double out into Magnezone, Magnezone is probably the biggest threat because it can be like Magnet Rise or Air Balloon with Magnet Pull and Body Press type thing. So that's the biggest threat. But I love Kangaskhan as a lead. I think it does the strongest job. It can fake out my opponent and kind of go from there. I can damage calc during this, which is the craziest thing. Like, it can actually do real-time damage calcs. Vanillix, if it gets in, honestly, it's weird because no Clefable either. So Vanillix getting up Veil for Sylveon, I think, is basically almost GG. And it just depends on the Xatu set as well. Like, he could set up screens, which is something I want to worry about. But also, my Sand Force Excadrill is incredibly threatening. Now, I'm not going to put on timer just for the beginning, but I will put on timer if like the game takes way too long. Because I'm not about to... I mean, we actually have an actual in-game timer too, which is 10 minutes. So if you take like 30 seconds per turn, you don't get too many turns to actually end up playing. But if you guys missed my team, I should actually relook at it too. And I love Sylveon in this game. Sylveon just looks nasty. And this looks absolutely incredible. But yeah, you're using Kangaskhan early. Let's run some damage calcs with Kangaskhan as well, if I possibly can, on Xatu. Xatu could be Rocky Helmet. It's... I hate that word. Level 50. I mean, I don't hate it, but my god, Double Edge does so much. So, Kangaskhan is just a great lead, like I said, because it can just go right for Fake Out, and we kind of just get some information from there. So I'm going to Fake Out the Xatu. On a start, I just believe this is my best play. Like, who cares what my opponent makes or what play my opponent makes at this point. This could be, like I said, potentially dual screens as well with like setup or sub Swords Dance Marowak. I feel like that could be something that could be good versus me, or like setup Goliath. Setup Goliath actually would be a problem. I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, I just simply fake out here. There's no response to it. I got Scrappy, so who cares if he goes on to him on top? Him on top just means I go slow bro and double around. I gotta be extremely careful around Magnezone. In fact, I might end up using my Vanillix in a way that just comes in directly on Magnezone, because I don't switch into, like if it's like a body presser or anything like that, I really don't switch into it. But if I get in my Vanillix, I can Blizzard it, and then from there I can knock it out with Mystical Fire from my Sylveon. So I'm just gonna put the timer on now, just because it should be like that. So there's the Intimidate. Scrappy obviously stops it. Let's see if we see Rocky Helmet. I do 21% to hit him on top, which is insane, and I do have a pretty free Slowbro right now. If he doubles out into Magnezone, phenomenal play. Like, it's a good play, but there's not a lot I don't want to switch. He might Toxic as well on Slowbro, which I think is a good play too. I think doubling gets you a little bit more if you predict my Slowbro personally. And that's why Magnezone is a good play, because Magnezone deals with both my 2 switch-ins to this mod, the Sylveon as well as Slowbro itself. But let's see if he did end up doubling. He does go for Toxic, so good. That's a good mid-ground play. But I do exactly what Slowbro is meant to do in this game, and that is just, honestly, just get around, really. So I can bring out my Sylveon now on his Protect. I think this is a way of, like, this is probably fully physically defensive, as a way of dealing with sand turns and whatnot. Now, I don't want to go for Calm Mind immediately. I think I just go right for Hyper Voice. I think it's the safest play. I want to see what type of Magnezone he ends up bringing, as it looks to be Assault Vest. That thing took absolutely nothing from me. Like, that took 19. So this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because obviously Flash Cannon is a problem, and I don't know his set necessarily, but God, extra strong. So we're just going to run a quick calc real quick from the Magnezone. That is Flash Cannon, and that's level 100. That is not what you are, I know for a fact. Let's get rid of Analytic too, just because that doesn't have to, it could still be Analytic, but so Flash Cannon does so much to me as well. What's it called? This has to be, like, to do that little, it has to be like max special defense though, right? At least max HP and Assault Vest, I would say. Yeah, I did 18 and 22, so that's max HP Assault Vest. So that means he's slow. I don't want to bring out Excadrill just yet. Actually, honestly, health on Excadrill doesn't matter. This only matters if he's body pressed with Analytic, right? Because if it's body pressed with Analytic, it actually does more to me, I'm assuming. It's 1.3 times the power, so it could almost kill me. As good as this is, I feel like this is an easier way of winning, so I'm going to make the Excadrill play, as he does go right for the body press, and he's not Analytic. So that's good to know. I can't double here, unfortunately. There's not really a big play I can make. I could obviously Earthquake here, though, just to be safe. We're going to be a little bit safe, though. We don't care about them going Zatsu. Again, we know this thing is Assault Vest, and Zatsu just means I get to bring out my Gigalith now. Pretty free. Like, that was a really good body press play. I think it dealt with most of my switch-ins, so I like that play a lot. But we know that's AV. So I just want to calc the damage for... I could have actually tried to switch, but I mean, if it worked, I didn't want to switch, right? I didn't really want to switch into that, but 51 to 62%. That's good to know. So now I just know I need a little bit more damage on Magnezone to deal with it. Potentially Rocks. So Zatsu ended up coming out. This gives me Gigalith. Gigalith has a good position versus basically everything. It won't die to Magnezone in front of it. And all I get to do is really... Like, if Gigalith is in, it doesn't care. A Gigalith being in doesn't necessarily care versus much. I could easily go out into Slowbro here. So I kind of want to make the Stealth Rock play. It's a little bit aggressive right now, but he already knows I have Slowbro. So I'm going to make the Stealth Rock play now, as he opts to go for Toxic and unfortunately misses. That might end up being big later. Now this could end up spinning on me, but I'm just going to make the Slowbro play and teleport once more. If this is actually not Rapid Spin, if this is Close Combat plus maybe Mach Punch for Excadrill plus Kangaskhan plus Vanillix, that's good regardless, right? So I like the Slowbro play here. He can make a really good double out into Magnezone, but it just goes for another Toxic there. So yeah, we're going to teleport once more. And this lets me get in my, hopefully my Sylveon once more. Even if you Rapid Spin, so be it. It lets me get in my Sylveon and kind of go for the same thing. I'm always going to click this, by the way. Like, I think Rocks Up are going to be huge. So I'm always going to click this. And with Sam being up and me being able to get out an Excadrill in front of Magnezone, that's going to be so big as well. So again, if he does have Rapid Spin, so be it. He might just have Defog on Xatu. But we're going to attempt to pressure this thing a lot. I want to get a Veil. That way I can calm mine up with Sylveon and try and do it. Or is that a little bit premature? I like the idea of going out to Kangaskhan here. I can easily threaten you with an Earthquake. My opponents should know that, so I'm going to go for Double Edge now. I got to not click Dynamax, but I'm going to go for Double Edge because it hits basically everything. Kangaskhan is really strong. I don't know if my Kangaskhan being healthy is going to make a difference, but even let's say he stays in here, right, with Magnezone. Let's say he stays in right now with Magnezone. I get enough damage off on Magnezone anyway to put it in range of the Mystical Fire regardless. So that's a play I'm willing to make. And if he goes Xatu, ooh, this is adamant damage, baby. I get an unfortunate crit on the Xatu. I don't know if it mattered. If it did, I'm truly sorry. Offensive died, defensive was outsped. So that's like the way that worked there. But that means I keep up Rocks most likely. I don't think he has. I think he'd be like Close Combat plus Mach Punch maybe versus me. Unfortunately, like as cool as a triple Axle Hitmontop would have been versus me, it's not as strong due to the fact that my I have a Slowbro. Yeah, and Slowbro, like I said, just always comes in, always teleports. So Double Edge was essentially free there. Ditto comes out. Almost tempted to take this as in a way of like knocking him out, but I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense. Kangaskhan. He might Earthquake here. If he Earthquakes, so be it. I'm gonna get on my Sand again. Because Gigalith, unless he's Choice Band Goliath Body, like Gigalith being inside has such great positioning. Like I'll Body Press Magnezone if he doubles to that. I'll Rock Blast Marowak because I'm fully physically defensive. Marowak being gone is great. And the Child Emperor just does not care. I'm assuming I might take a Double Edge though, but he may go for Earthquake, predicting me to want to go out into like this. But ends up going for Double Edge, which is nice. If I curse up, it doesn't make a difference for me, and I also don't want to make a double that gives my opponent Magnezone. They may go Hitmontop here, so I'm going to play it safe this turn and just click Body Press. I think Body Press hits everything, hits this, hits Hitmontop. I have Sandstorm damage as well. And again, it's not about predicting at this point. It's about keeping my Pokemon. It's about keeping me in a position where I don't lose the game. So, yeah, like every bit of damage on Hitmontop is so nice too. At this point, I've made the Slowbro play so many times that I don't want him to go Magnezone. So I'm going to click Body Press again. I feel like this is the turn that you double. It's a little bit aggressive. I just talked about not predicting, but I've made the Slowbro play about 3 times. So they make the switch out into Gliscobot, which isn't necessarily what I was expecting. It might actually end up being Choice Band, to be honest. Liquidation. Aurora Veil getting up. Bro coming out. Honestly, this thing does win with Veil up, but you know what? I think that's okay. Forget Veil. Like, I could go Slowbro once, because this might actually be Choice Band. But Vanillix getting up the Hail. I can try and go for Veil here, if possible. The thing is, Vanillix has good positionally as well. Like, really good position anyway. But I don't want to throw away my Slowbro to this. And I don't want to throw away my Kangaskhan either, because that Fake Out might come into play later. And Slowbro means I can't lose to half his team, so I'll make the Vanillix play. It is the most expendable member. Doubles out to Hitmontop there. This is going to give me... I will live a Mach Punch. I'm just going to get up my Veil. Alright, so I get a really good turn out of that. And now I can just go right for the Blizzard. I get up my Veil. If I get off damage on Magnezone, I'm in a strong position. If he brings out Marowak, Blizzard into Blizzard, doesn't really care about what my opponent does there at all. It sucks he hasn't been able to spin. Also, I don't even know if Blizzard knocks him out there, but I'm surprised he doubled Gliscobot at that point, because like maybe he's trying to. I mean, if I was Sandrush Excadrill, he can reverse sweep me, but I'm not. I'm Sandforce. So, which actually might make it scarier. Huh. That doesn't matter. As long as Slurbo's alive, and Ditto's already in range of Scald when it becomes Excadrill anyway. So, we'll just click Blizzard now. I'm not going to bring out Sylveon and let it take damage for no reason. Don't freeze him. Ooh, shout out to the Veil right there. We can just click Blizzard again. No reason to predict at all. If Galaxybot comes out, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure he has Mach Punch. He might try and waste turns at Hail here, which makes sense. Yeah, and then we just Blizzard again. So let's say he brings out Marowak. I think I 100% click Taunt. That way I can't Swords Dance. Like, he can Flame Charge and try and beat me, but I will not let it Swords Dance and try and beat me. Because if it Flame Charges, whatever, it needs like 3 to outspeed Excadrill, or at least 2. I still have Fake Out with Scrappy, so I can still hit him. I can turn the timer off. It only has 30 seconds. I don't want him to time out. That's whack. At that point, I don't want him to time out. That's hella whack. I'm assuming Marowak does come out now. Though, I mean, to be honest, if Marowak comes out, I could probably just go hard into my my 1-mon. I don't want to switch here, though. So I'm just going to go for Freeze Dry for guaranteed damage. To be able to bring out my Kangaskhan and click Earthquake right after. I think that's definitely the play. And my rocks are guaranteed here, so. His body press is there. Does not knock me out. Let me get a little bit more freeze dry damage. Smart to Volt Switch as well. But, I mean, if he goes Glass Spot, he'll get forced out. So there's not a lot you can go into that's not Marowak. And if he goes Marowak, he gets to click Earthquake. Yeah, this is tough. I wonder if he's Citrus. He needs to get back into Magnezone too. Like that was a really tough like Volt, because like he doesn't want to be in with Marowak, but he had to get in. Well, he had to be Boots to not have that happen. But I already knew he wasn't Boots when he took rock damage. So it doesn't matter either way. So it brings out Magnezone. From this point, Kangaskhan is the weaker Earthquake, but still the one that gives me enough to not lose immediately. So, by that, I mean, if I go Excadrill, I don't know, there might be some chance. Like, if their Ditto is not Choice Scarf, for instance, and they click Swords Dance, it might actually reverse sweep me. All it needs is one Iron Head flinch on Slowbro to knock me out. So, at least from that position, I don't want that to happen. How much speed do I have comparably? 138? 138. Huh. That's something to keep in mind at one point, or at a point later. If I'm ever fighting a Ditto again, maybe make like one mon that's really close to it not be as close. So I think Kangaskhan might. I feel like Marowak might actually end up living at a point. I definitely go for Earthquake here though. He may make the Galaxybot play or goes hard Ditto. Just fair. You get to fake me out. You live the hit anyway. I think I like getting rid of Ditto though. Yeah. So I'm just gonna double Earthquake here. Knock out Ditto there. Not given an opportunity to sweep me. Yeah, doesn't do anything else because of the Veil. It's not to Vanillix, man. Always carrying the team. When it comes to Golisopod, I think I just sack Excadrill. Yeah, I sack Excadrill to bring back out Kangaskhan because I had the free fake out into every other attack. Yeah. And this thing is faster. So the reason I'm sacking Drill is because Fake Out would guarantee knock out Galaxybot. And Drill also just clicks Earthquake and wins too. So if Drill doesn't go down, I mean, it can get 3 more kills. But he might also have Aqua Jet as well. This could be Choice Band. I'm not sure though. But it doesn't have to be necessarily. Yeah, good CC. We bring out Kangaskhan here. We click Fake Out. Sylveon should be able to kill Magnezone at 30 whatever percent. I'm assuming you also kill Marowak alone. Hello? I'm back. Oh, that's level 50. Wow, Earthquake actually does not do as much as I wanted. Well, how much does double edge do? Double edge is a lot. All right, we're gonna double edge. Double edge does a ton. Because she has to knock me out with Flare Blitz or Fire Punch or whatever. Yeah, Flare Blitz is me. Got to Sylveon. Click Shadow Ball, knock out Marowak. And then I Mystical Fire the Magnezone, and unless he Flash Cannon crits me, then Thunderbolt crits me, and then Flash Cannon crits everything. I don't even think a Flash Cannon crit will knock out Gigalith and Sand. It should be a 3-0. So we get rid of you, and then Magnezone comes out, which I know is Assault Vest, based on the earlier damage. I don't even think this does 33%. It might, though. Level 50, these mons look so weak. 178 special attack. What is that? It sucks he missed the Toxic on Gigalith earlier. I don't know if it would have came down to play. Sorry if you hear my dog, but good game, bro. But yeah, so we end up winning versus Fruitberries, which means we are 7-1. We were already guaranteed playoffs anyway, but yeah, week 8 we ended up winning versus Fruit. I don't know if Fruit's actually going to be able to do a call with me, just because I know he's been on call with PayPal all day, like all day, because the chargebacks have been hella stupid. But I'll ask him, and if not, you know, I completely understand. Like I said, we were almost not even able to battle at this point, just because everything's. And PayPal, Chase, everybody's been so dumb and reliable in their reliability. But I know what things are going on, but still. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.